When I wrote a paper in law school, I thought that maybe my mom and my professor would read it. I truly never dreamed that it would inspire legislation. Non-consensual condom removal is when two people are having consensual sex and then with a condom, and then one of them removes the condom without the other partner's consent. And I had learned about non-consensual condom removal, which is sometimes called stealthing, when I was right out of college working with a lot of other students and young alumni who were concerned about sexual violence. And I was working with so many survivors who'd experienced different kinds of violence, most of which does not look like the cliche of a rapist jumping out of the bushes, a lot of which happened in otherwise consensual sexual relationships. And so I entered law school sort of thinking about how existing laws could and could not respond to something like non-consensual condom removal, a kind of under-recognized form of sexual assault. The paper was one of the first times that non-consensual condom removal was talked about in a public way, and that so many people had the reaction of, this describes something that happened to me, and I didn't know it had ever happened to someone else. I didn't know that other people would believe me. I didn't know that other people would agree with me that this was a form of sexual violence. I think a lot of people think about sexual violence and assume that criminal law is always going to be the best remedy. But what I've seen as a lawyer and in writing my book is that there are a lot of survivors who don't trust the police. There are a lot of survivors who don't want to see the person who hurt them in prison. And even for people who do want their case criminally prosecuted, they don't get to make that decision. It's police and prosecutors who decide whether to bring the case. And so a lot of survivors find that a civil lawsuit is really empowering to them because it gives them the chance to make decisions about their lives. They get to decide whether to file the suit. They get to decide how it proceeds. And at the end, the kind of money damages that come can really help them rebuild their lives in a meaningful way. Survivors are looking for support from the institutions in which they spend their time. So students want help accessing mental health care. They want help moving their schedules so they don't have to see the person who hurt them. They want to feel safe in school. And we hear similar things from workers who say when they're being harassed by their boss, what they want is to make sure that they can stay in that job and count on that next paycheck, that that's so often a top priority.